Another Wii video by me? I mean, who can blame me? The Wii is my childhood, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for you guys. I play games like Wii Sports, Wii Party, Mario Kart Wii, and more. Although a game that I definitely played before but don't actually remember very well is Wii Play. My brother and sister were the ones who played since I was like 3, so I don't remember playing it, but I have definitely played it. But today we're going to go back to the year 2007 and talk about Wii Play. We're also going to go back to the year 2011 and talk about its sequel, Wii Play Motion, which I have never played. In fact, I didn't even know there was a sequel to the game until like 2016. But anyways, before we get into it, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload. Now let's get on with the video. Let's start with the original, the one everybody remembers. It came out in North America on February 12, 2007. While it came out literally everywhere else in 2006 except for South Korea, which it came out in 2008, this game was like a tech demo for the Wii, like Wii Sports. It came packaged with 9 games: Shooting Range, Find Me, Table Tennis, Pose Me, Laser Hockey, Billiards, Fishing, Charge, and Tanks. The Shooting Range game is literally a remade version of Duck Hunt. You shoot targets with guns. You can also shoot UFOs, balloons, tin cans, and more. Find Me is basically finding me's that fit the description the game gives you. Descriptions like find the me you're using, find the 2 me's that look alike, or find the odd me out, which I still don't get to this day. In single player, it's timed. If you get the right me's, you'll bring up your time. But if you get the wrong me's, your time goes down. Table tennis. Shouldn't have to explain this one. Pose Me is where you have to make your me do certain poses to fit the poses that are in the bubble. If you don't get the pose 3 times, you're out. And trust me, this game gets hard. Laser Hockey, which is basically air hockey. If you've been to a real life arcade, I shouldn't have to explain this one. Although it's not really air hockey, it's more of an upgraded Pong. Actually, that's exactly what air hockey is now that I think about it. Anyways, billiards or pool. Shouldn't have to explain this one either. Fishing. Really shouldn't have to explain this one either. Charge is a game about riding a cow and trying to knock over all the scarecrows while jumping over hurdles. Tanks is basically you just firing tanks really, trying to get the other person or computers. The games Find Me, Laser Hockey, Pose Me, Fishing, and Charge are really the ones I remember. But my favorite game has to either be between the Shooting Range or Laser Hockey. If you bought a Wii in 2008, there's a good chance you had Wii Play along with Wii Sports and probably Mario Kart Wii. While it sold 28 million units worldwide and it had a sequel, Wii Play actually got mixed reviews, getting a 58 out of 100 on Metacritic and a 5.5 out of 10 on IGN. But apparently it was good enough to get a sequel, Wii Play Motion. Wii Play Motion, the sequel to Wii Play, is the game nobody heard of. This game came out on June 13th, 2011 in North America. This game is obviously an upgraded Wii Play with 14 if you count the unlockable title screen levels, brand new games. Cone Zone, Veggie Garden, Skip Skimmer, Pose Me Plus, Trigger Twist, Jump Park, Teeter Targets, Spooky Search, Wind Runner, Treasure Twirl, Flutterfly, and Star Shuffle. And the 2 unlockable title screen games are Dolphin and Unicycle. All these games use the Motion Plus controller like Wii Sports Resort. The Cone game is basically you stacking up scoops of ice cream and trying to balance it. From what I've seen, you can actually go up pretty high, like almost up to space high. You can also do swirl mode where you try to get the highest swirl height. Veggie Garden is basically just whack-a-mole. Skip Skimmer is you basically just skipping rocks in the ocean. So you can tell that they were running out of ideas. But they made it interesting with score mode where you have to skip rocks through rings and such. Pose Me Plus is the upgraded Pose Me from the original Wii Play, if that wasn't obvious enough. This time you fall through like a tunnel-like ditch, and little circles appear that has a hole of the pose in it. Basically, make the pose to fall through the circle hole. I'm sorry, but I can't give you a better explanation than that. There's also some new poses involved as well. Trigger Twist is an upgraded Shooting Range game from the original Wii Play. In this game, you get to move the camera all around and shoot the targets. There are now different stages too, with there being a UFO stage, ninja stage, and dinosaur stage. Jump Park is where you hang on and let go of these arrow things, and if you fall, you bounce back up on a trampoline. So it's kind of like a timing game where you have to let go of the bars at the right time. Teeter Targets is where you use the Wii Remote as these 2 platforms that you have to tilt the remote left and right to get the ball and the targets. There are many different stages of this minigame. Spooky Search is basically a reference to Luigi's Mansion. It's actually a cool little minigame. You use the Wii Remote speaker to find the ghosts that are hiding, and once you capture it, the sound literally goes back to the TV. So that was interesting to me. You even got Mii's to help you at the bottom. Wind Runner is where you fly through an obstacle course using an umbrella. While you can fly, you can also stay near to the ground to collect I have no idea what those are called. Diamonds? Emeralds? There's even a minigame where you can score who flies through the air the most, basically measuring how far you go. Treasure Twirl is where you tilt the Wii remote to lower yourself down the ocean to find treasure, but be aware of jellyfish. Flutterfly is where you literally use a leaf to blow balloons through the targets in the sky. I'm not joking. Birds can also come in and try and pop your balloons. Star Shuffle is where you'll use the Wii remote to fly a space shuttle to a spaceship to bring back pieces of the spaceship to fix it. Not really much, but you can see how fast you can go to get a new record. The 2 unlockable title screen levels are Dolphin and Unicycle, and they are unlocked after you get all the gold medals in the 12 main games. In Dolphin, you basically just play as a dolphin and go through rings while trying to avoid sharks and fish. In Unicycle, you basically just go through an obstacle course on a unicycle. But does this game seem familiar to you? If it does, you probably played Wii Fit Plus before, because this game uses the obstacle course assets from Wii Fit Plus. And that's basically Wii Play Motion. I honestly think that the original Wii Play is better. Yes, I know that Wii Play Motion has a lot more to do, but in my opinion, nothing can top the original. But Wii Play Motion is actually a really good game too. But I just think all the games in Wii Play Motion are literally just mini games from Wii Party. And if you had experience with Wii Party, you would know what I'm talking about. But they're both good games. Wii Play Motion actually got a better review rate than the original, with Metacritic giving it a 60 out of 100, 2 more points than what they gave the original. But apparently IGN thought it was worse, with them giving it a 4 out of 10. Even with this, the game sold worse than the original, with only 1.12 million copies sold. But in my opinion, both games are great in their own way. They both have great new games, and even Wii Play Motion upgrades some of the games from the original. And that will be all for this video. Wii Play is such a classic, and as I was writing this video, I started to remember more and more about me playing the games. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload. And make sure to follow all my socials so you can keep up. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.